Hi, Lisa, Jana Plant here. Thank you for your discussion board post. The reason why I chose to respond to your post was I think we have very similar upbringings regarding our theological position and how you grew up in the Assemblies of God. And I grew up in the Foursquare denomination, which is actually pretty similar to the Assemblies of God denomination. And you mentioned baptism in the Holy Spirit, gift of tongues, and other spiritual gifts such as prophecy, interpretation, and discernment, and miracles, and divine healing. And I'm curious, just from an integrative standpoint, if you've ever used any of those spiritual gifts in session as a counselor. There has been some times when I have sat with a client and just felt stuck and not really sure what was happening, and I just started praying and asking the Holy Spirit to reveal to me what was happening, and he did. And so the how-to piece of how to reveal that to the client was still tricky. And so I just asked the Holy Spirit to, well, actually what I did was I paused the session and I said, let's ask the Holy Spirit to reveal this to us. And then the client wound up having the same discernment as I did about what was going on. Also, reading about divine healing, I'm just curious if you've ever prayed for your clients in session to receive divine healing. I know the population that I work with, they are Christian clients that are wanting the integration piece and often ask their therapist to pray for them in session to receive healing. So I'm just curious if you've been able to experience that. And also looking at your position regarding Rogerian counseling, person-centered, I also think that that is like the foundation for all of our very effective counseling is to be person-centered Rogerian, because it focuses on unconditional positive regard and accurate empathic understanding. You know, and I'm reminded of the book of Luke, how Luke uses that book in the Bible to really highlight the personality and characteristics of Jesus. And then what we see through the stories shared in Luke was that Jesus was relational, Luke highlighted the theme of Jesus' characteristics through parables, which was freedom, justice, and mercy, especially for the marginalized and the outcasts of society. And that also in Luke 24:13-42, we see that Jesus did not reveal himself right away, but joined with his disciples by walking, talking, and sitting with them. And then amid their despair, he drew closer to them. And so it's just a reminder about, I think, the parallel with the Rogerian person-centered theory, how Jesus walks with us in our darkest hour. He knows what's best for us, which is himself, but the way that he sits with us is through peace and patience and love, which I think is very similar to the Rogerian theory. So appreciated your post. Thank you.